intertribal wars and conflict were the tools and means to which West Africa conquered their brothers and sisters and their children for the slave merchants. They sold 15 million of their very own into slavery from the 15th century to 19th century. Today, the descendants of those slaves are still living through the pain of the nightmarish monstrosity of that West African inhumanity. Today, some of the West African nations have not stopped. They have come up with other ways to sell their brothers and sisters to the same imperialists, but just this time, not transatlantic slave trade. This is what Ghana has just done to Nigeria. Hey, what's up my friends? How you all doing? Good to see you again. Thank you so very much for returning to my channel and for subscribing. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. As you know, always, I love you. If you haven't subscribed already, could you please push that red subscribe button and the black notification bell? Thank you. Help me grow the channel, okay? Thank you. I can count on you. So that being said, I'd like to remind everyone again that my channel is the Truth Zone. I speak the raw truth. I call out who needs to be called out. I do call out my family members. I call out my Nigerian people and Nigeria. So, truth must be told. We learn from the truth to be the better versions of ourselves. So, yeah. So that being said, like now, I'm going to be calling out Ghana. Because enough is just enough. So recently, on November 16, the Ghana Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued a security travel advisory to their citizens on Abuja, asking their citizens to avoid Abuja, the capital city of Nigeria, for non-essential travels. Then on their document, they even went in great details that United States didn't. Because this is coming after United States, United Kingdom, Canada, and all the Western colonizers and imperialists issued a similar, security advisory on Abuja. We all know what's going on with these colonizers, okay? We all know that the oil-producing countries has been their target. The same issues that went down in Iraq, Libya, Venezuela, many places. If they can't control the oil, they throw tantrums and do anything they can do to destabilize. By the way, this is my opinion and I'm entitled to my opinion. I have to say this based on the history, what they have been doing to nations and especially the oil-producing nations and developing countries across the world. So I am within my right to air my opinion. I am not surprised about it. But what surprised me is our so-called West African nation or West African country brothers following their footsteps to issue a similar ridiculous security advisory to their citizens. This is so rich. I mean, what a hypocrisy. I think they should start by recalling millions of their citizens that is living in Nigeria illegally. They have blended into Nigerian culture, doing their businesses, thriving, and no one is bothering them. But hey, they are happy doing their business untouched, unharmed. What's the purpose of issuing this security advisory by Ghanaians? other than another shady, malicious attempt to damage Nigerian reputation and Nigerian image. We already know that we are suffering from those, but we don't, or we are not expecting our brothers to further damage our image. So this is what it is. There's no point to this. Our brothers went into specific details to mention criminality, intercommunal armed attack, and then kidnapping in Abuja, of all places. These languages spells maliciousness. And then days after that, the same Ghanaian Ministry of Foreign Affairs came up with another document stating they have no idea about the previous document. They are unaware of that document. They know nothing about it. And then rendering empty, useless apology to Nigeria, just to pacify Nigeria from hitting back. You know, one thing about this country is that they think that they know it all. They are smarter than everyone else, and just about everyone is stupid. This is what it's all about. And I'm going to give you an analogy. Let me shoot you on the artery, and then when you are bleeding, instead of me to take you to an emergency room to salvage my damage, to see if I can help you survive, I'll be sitting in front of you while you are bleeding and asking for apology. That's what Ghana is doing to Nigeria. They have not disclaimed the contents of that adversary that they issued on November 16, you know, with all the contents of it, you know, that went into great detail. They didn't disclaim, you know, or to dispute nothing. They rather want that document to continue to circulate, to fly as legit and valid, and to continue to damage Nigerian reputation while they are sitting in our face and offering a stupid apology. No one is stupid. We not. I just don't get this Ghanaians' obsession for Nigeria. This is toxic and downright evil. What nation in this world have issued such a diplomatic, extremely damaging statement and come out the next day to say they have no idea about it? Yet it came out from your ministry. Nigeria and Ghana have a long history of hostility. This started back in 1952 when Ghanaians expelled Nigerians. And then in 1969, Ghanaians also expelled Nigerians and shut off Nigerians that is running for safety during Nigerian Biafran Civil War. Then back in 1983, when Ghana was experiencing an economic crisis, Nigerians expelled Ghana in that infamous Ghana Must Go. And based on that, Ghanaians have not forgiven that, and this is why they're harassing Nigerians in Ghana. So obviously, I don't think that there's ever going to be peace or, you know, cordial relationship within these two countries. It's never ever going to happen. And I'm tired of calling for one. Because in my previous video that I called for peace and harmony, I have some Ghanaian people come over there to insult me. So I am done. So that being said, until date, ECOWAS have not said anything. African Unity has not said anything. I keep saying it. The organization ECOWAS is a complete non-entity. Its completely useless and serves no purpose. And Nigeria should stop investing our funds into this organization. In fact, ECOWAS needed to be disbanded. We Africans cannot copy the West or their organizations without having the integrity or the moral compass to call out our member nations. ECOWAS, up to this moment, has not called Ghana to order, has not sanctioned Ghana, because you cannot do this to your brother. I don't care whether it is Nigeria, Togo, I don't care whether it is Cote d'Ivoire, Senegal, Gambia. You can just not do this to your brother African nation. You cannot. It's unacceptable. I'm still watching Nigerian government to see how they're going to respond to this, because they shouldn't take those stupid apologies, because what they did was malicious, it was purposeful, it is intended, it is strategic. They know what they did. They have caused Nigeria harm, and Nigerian government should respond, and hard too. They should be the biggest fool of the century to accept that apology. Because if there's no consequences, they will continue to do this. This is one of the reasons too why I will be missing the governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, from being the president in 2023. Make no mistakes, I love Peter Obi. I respect him, but he's not aggressive. And the fact of the matter is that in this world, a president needs to have a touch of aggression to be able to protect his people. If Wike would have been the next president, he will put Ghanaians in their spot and he will feed them with their own poison. Peter Obi, I don't think is capable of doing that. And that means we are going to live under this Ghanaian assault for a very long time. And also, Dangote refinery needs to cut off all ties with Ghana. Cut off the pipe. If we can't have a cordial relations, if we can't respect each other's sovereignty, what's the point of transacting any kind of businesses with these people? So cut off the pipe. I think that Nigeria should close all the borders that needed to be closed. Ghanaians have the right to close their own borders. I think Nigeria should expel Ghanaians, citizens in Nigeria, and the same Ghanaian can expel Nigerians. Make this animosity and enmity official. How long are we going to be pretending while we have brothers stabbing us in the back? How could Ghana, of all places in Africa, issue such a damaging security statement on Nigeria, on Abuja, the safest place in Nigeria, the capital city of Nigeria, and you expect us to take it? I am done calling for peace between these two countries. Anytime that I heard about anything that Ghana do to Nigeria, I'm going to be back here to shred you to pieces. Because enough is just enough. We are having our problems as a nation, and we are focusing in trying to solve our problems. Ghanaians are not living rent-free in our heads. We are trying to figure out how to fix our nation. And I advise Ghanaians to leave Nigerians freaking alone, to start thinking about how to fix their own nation, because you're not even paying attention to what your government is doing. They are selling your nation up to the highest bidder, opening your borders for all kinds of colonizers and imperialists, and they are all gentrifying you out of Accra. You can't even afford food in that country. Now they claim that Ghana have excess professionals, and they're shipping their professionals to foreign countries all over the world to work. So your government will be pimping on your people. Not only pimping out your country, they are pimping your professionals. Yeah, because it's all about foreign dollars. That is your own way of increasing your GDP, which is a shame. If you have that excess professionals, when was the last time you sent professionals to Burundi? When was the last time you sent professionals to South Sudan? When was the last time you sent professionals to Somalia? There are so many African countries that needed those professionals, but you won't, because it's not about sending excess to anyone. It's about your greed. Unfortunately, things does not work like that. You have to go back to the basics and build your economy through industry. Stop preying on foreign dollars. It's hurting your country. It's hurting your economy. You're seeing it happen. And I think this is the underlying cause of this stupid security travel advisory. Because I saw an exchange between two individuals that work for a radio station in Ghana. They were concerned about tourists visiting Nigeria this Christmas. I'm going to post that on this video. So should it be the reason why Ghanaian Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued that statement to discourage people from traveling to Nigeria so they can have all the foreigners to themselves to continue to cash in? Man, your government is so lazy. And that's what you're supposed to be focusing on. Build your economy to create employment for your people. This artificial way of trying to grow GDP will bite you in your behind. Thank you so very much, my people. Appreciate you all. If you haven't subscribed already, could you please hit the subscription button and follow my channel? Help me grow my YouTube. Appreciate you all. Love you. Peace. See you later in the next episode. Bye.